what you're reading doesn't match up to what you're feeling, and what you read or discover, or that course you buy, or that seminar you went to doesn't work for you, and you're feeling stuck, right? You're feeling stuck. We don't get stuck because we don't have the capabilities. We get stuck because of what goes on in our minds, what we're thinking about, what we're allowing inside our mind. You don't make a great dinner by accident. You don't make $1 million by accident. You don't fall in love by accident, right? You don't become successful by accident. It's concerted effort, it's focus. That was the single biggest deal in the history of that company to date. By a sales guy who was too new and stupid to know how to sell all the products. That day was the day I realized I was unstuck. That day I realized that there were a new set of rules to play by, that it didn't matter how much I knew about products, that it didn't matter if I didn't have all the technical expertise, right? That stuff was good, it was great, but it didn't really matter as long as I could help people. You'll be an overnight success story. It might just take you 9 months of planning to get there. A whole category of success has this idea of living fit. If you're not fit, you're going to be overstressed. If you're not fit, you're going to be overweight. If you're not fit, guess what? Your finances are going to suffer. Your community outreach is going to suffer. Your marriage is going to suffer. Your relationship with your kids and your boss and your minister, it's all going to suffer. Right? You know all the names of the reality players on your favorite show, but you can't tell me next week what your plan is for getting to where you want to be. And then you wonder why you're stressed out. And maybe that's a little bit why. Because you're not living a life that's fit. And you know when the best time to start being fit is? Right now. Right now. That's when you get started. Right now. Now, we all have mission statements, but most of them are just bullshit, right? We know that. They're there because someone told us we need to have one, but they're not real things that grip you in your soul. You don't have a mission big enough for one of those people to get up and come to work and give you an 80-hour week. You say, oh, it's 5:01 and everyone's gone. Yeah? Well, what are you doing to inspire them to be there at 5:02 and 5:05 and 7:05 and 8:30 in the evening? What are you doing? What mission is big enough for someone to say, I gotta be here. I can't be at home. I can't be watching TV. I have to be here because we're changing the world. If you want average, mediocre, status quo, then you'll strive for balance. When you say, I'm only going to be happy if I'm balanced, you're basically resigning yourself to being a nobody for the rest of your life. Inspiration is one of those things that you lose just after you stop looking for it. If you stop doing the right thing before it starts working, you've just done the wrong thing. What it takes to do something fundamentally great, something fundamentally amazing, requires thousands of tries and years of work. How many billion-dollar success stories are not created because someone at 65 says, I'm all done? How many billion-dollar success stories are never created because somebody at 25 or 35 or 45 or 55 says, it wasn't meant to be, I'm going to stop trying. I don't want my feet on the ground. You want your feet on the ground? No. You know what? I want to dream. I want to soar. I want to climb. And if you're here to put my feet on the ground, guess what? We're enemies. We're enemies. We can't be friends because you don't want for me what I want for me. The reality of life is that no one is as motivated about your success story as you need to be. One of the reasons why we can't motivate people to do what we want them to do is that fundamentally, and we're afraid to admit this, is that we're hiring the wrong people. right? We're hiring people who have lots of experience, people who can tell us they've got lots of degrees, but they don't have that will to win. They don't have that fight. They don't have that drive that says, even if it's a dark night, even if I'm tired, even if I'm sick, even if I don't have all of the answers that I know I want, I'm gonna figure it out. But it starts with you. You can't expect something from your team that you're not willing to do yourself. And because we don't want to change the world, we just want 5% revenue growth, we wonder why no one sticks around. And if you want people to stick around, and if you want to inspire a generation, and if you want to grow your business, then guess what? It's time to start dreaming again. That's the formula for a successful life. So these are the rules. These are the new set of rules that your company is going to live by if you're going to be successful. And if you're not, then you're stuck playing by a set of outdated rules that are going to leave you feeling like what you're feeling right now. Stuck, miserable, a little bit hopeless, a little bit helpless, asking a lot of questions. What do I do? And what do we do? Where do we go? How do we solve this? Try more. Live fit. Give first. Heal others. That will unstick you quicker than just about anything else.